What is up, guys? So we're working on the 97 RMK yet again. So in the last video on this thing, you saw me do the first start. However, I had super small, super lean main jets in this thing. And I battened everything else up. I do need to put bigger main jets in it, pretty much no matter what. So I went to the dealership and I bought a set of 205s and a set of 215s, and we're just gonna go super pig rich with this thing right off the bat, 'cause I don't know what it needs. I don't know anyone that has ran a 770 with the stock pipe. So basically, I'm shooting in the dark. I don't have any info really to even get a baseline. So we're just going rich. And also, we're gonna replace the broken choke cable today. All right. First, we're gonna go ahead and pop the choke cable off of here. It's kind of stiff. So that plunger don't like spinning in there. There we go. There, since it's right here to open, I'm gonna pop this back. I want to turn the fuel off. Right there. This little clamp. Swollen, but it's like the fuel line is swelled up. I don't want to let the clamp slide down on it. There we go. You can take that completely off if you want, just get it out of your way. Not a requirement though. Just gentle. Just like that. Got your carburetor off. Alright, don't mind the mess there. We're gonna go ahead and pop the bowl off this carburetor. So a lot of carburetors are different from one another. These are Key PWK 39.5 millimeters. They're 39 to 39.5. I can't really remember. I think it's 39.5 though. A lot of people don't like these carburetors. I've never had a big issue with them. So I've never swapped them out for the rack carbs. Remember right? Man, I'm dying over here. These are a 1/4 inch. Yep. So this is 180 main jet. That's leaner than stock. Definitely is not going to work for what I got going on. So I went to the Polaris dealership today out in Willow, because they are the only people or only dealership I could find that had main jets for this carburetor. Even they were saying they weren't sure if they could still order these through Polaris, so you might have to go aftermarket or not. I'm not sure. All right, we're going straight from a 180 to a 215. The difference there is the orifice size. The 215 will flow way more fuel than the 180, because at this point I'm not really going for like big horsepower numbers. I'm going for let's not blow it up and then tune it in to get the jetting and everything correct. But you have to start somewhere, and that somewhere is going to be super rich. At least I hope this will be rich. But yeah, that was really about all there was to that. Another video I already showed, I got a 5.0 slide, which is the richer slide that I have. You can go with like a 6.0 or 6.5, but the bigger the number, the leaner it runs in that range. So now I'm trying to keep everything as rich as I can on here. I would be pretty bummed out if I burn this top end up because I ran it lean. That would just super suck. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other carburetor. So when I did the initial fire up on this sled, I did notice it idled high. And the reason for that being is if you look at this carburetor, you can see how closed the slide is. This one is much more open. You can adjust your idle with this, but that is not the case. I can back this all the way out and it will not drop that down. So we are actually gonna have to adjust the throttle cable on that side to get that slide to close more, and then you fine tune it with that little black knob on the side. All right, we got it adjusted. So those are at about the same height, super close to each other. It took almost all of the adjustment to get that to the same height on the slide, which is really weird. I might want to think about replacing the throttle cable at some point. We got the new choke plungers in. I just need to go ahead, take this and run it on through that. Just like that, we now have a functioning choke cable. Pretty nice. They just tuck right up into here, clamp into your oil bottle. All right, on to the next thing, which is putting coolant in this thing actually. So this thing has no brakes at all, and I found out why. I'm not sure where the fluid went exactly, but this is disgusting. Okay, so that's gonna have to get cleaned. So yeah, right now we're giving my nephew's sled a facelift because this thing was just absolutely shredded. It's not really an XT. This is a 440 fan. The guy I got it from, this was like a pristine looking sled when my buddy had it. He took the nice hood and everything off it and kept those for himself. But this thing only has like 800 miles on the chassis and suspension, so it's like super clean chassis wise. It's got some dents or whatever because it's been kid road. So shredded hood off, not perfect, but much better hood is installed. I've got a white nose cone and white bumper to match the white hood, and yeah, making a little bit of progress in here. All right, well, I think this about gives the general look I'm going for with his sled. It's pretty much just all spare stuff I had sitting around. That came on a 96 XCR I had and parted out. This came on a, it was an Ultra chassis that was Storm 800 swapped. I bought for parts. The nose cone bumper are from the Snowkill XC600. Yeah, it's coming together. I'm gonna leave steel skis on it. I am going to replace that one though because it's missing the ski loop. Yeah, I was originally gonna put plastic skis on it, but he is a 10-year-old. He is going to hit stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave steel skis on. And still undecided if I want to replace the seat or not. He did come over and help take the hood and the nose cone and the bumper off. Well, not the bumper, but the hood and the nose cone. He said that's fine. I think it's trash, but he's not really wanting to put in the work either. So I think that's going to stay there for now. And when he's ready to replace it, I will give him a hand doing it. All right, after my carb tweaks, messed around throttle linkage, got it idling right about 1500. Pretty happy with that. No headlight. That was flashing real bright. That was flashing real bright during the first startup, so it might have blown that. Maybe I got a bad voltage regulator. Not sure, but I've successfully smoked out the garage. Sweet. And as far as the coolant leak went, I used my handy dandy little air dryer here. Heated this up, squeezed it with pliers, let it cool down, release. Put a little bit of silicone on that, filled this silicone. Not a permanent fix, but it works right now. All right, so this thing is not done by any means, but we're gonna go ahead and see if it'll move under its own power out of the garage. The reason it's going out of the garage is because my garage is small and I am rapidly running out of room. And it's kind of a disaster. I need some room to move around. I need room to clean up, as always. And then honestly, I'm really wanting to get that sled out of here as well. It's my nephew's sled. It's coming to go together really well. The only thing I have left done I want to do is replace one ski and the primary spring. So I'm going to take it over to Mocha's house to do that though, because I don't have the clutch pullers over here. I got them all over there. But yeah, kind of one thing at a time. And I've made some really good progress on the free RMK 770 big bore. So it's time for it to go out until a later date, which we will come back to this and make some more videos. But yeah, for right now, we need it out of the garage. I want to get the other sled out of the garage too. Actually need to bring Snail Trail into the garage because I think I have it sold. If you don't know what Snail Trail is and you haven't watched my old videos, it is my 488 fan cooled ice race sled. I run the IFS class with it and it was a lot of fun. I won the last race of last year on it. That's my second time ice racing. But I have another plan in store, but that's top secret. I'm not saying it right now. I think a couple people I raced with have already figured out what I want to do, but that'll all be revealed soon enough. Okay, so I forgot the drain pan was actually under the front of the sled. I wrote it out, but sort of made a big mess of coolant on my way. So I got to get this cleaned up. All right, so we got no brakes, no lights. I guess the reverse light is kind of flickering on it every once in a while. Flicker. There we go. Anyways, I'm in shorts. This thing is floating up. We're gonna try to go up and down the street very carefully so I don't die with no brakes. Should be all right. So that actually sounded all right, except for being super loaded up to start. And my little ghetto silicone job for the coolant plug thing did not hold up. It was blowing coolant everywhere. But it runs, it moves, sounds half decent. And we will revise this project at a later date.